Hey, Catholic Jayhawks, just checking in on the 27th of June. Today, the church praise was St. Cyril of Alexandria, who was a doctor of the church, one of the greatest 40 teachers of all time, and unafraid to stand up for the truth of who Jesus is and the truth of the incarnation. So a wonderful saint who stood up for the truth. And, you know, we need more doctors in our current time, doctors of the church, authentic teachers who are able to proclaim the truth in a loving way, in a convincing way, amidst all the confusion that we're experiencing in the world right now. You know, the truth matters, and the truth sets us free to live, and the truth is always a matter of life and death. And so we live in extraordinary times, challenging times. We're in a post-Roe v. Wade environment now, and a huge vote coming up in Kansas. Big elections coming up. It's going to be a really contentious time. But the truth has to always be proclaimed in love, including the truth of how we are made and the value of every human life from conception to natural death. That needs to be proclaimed, and the truth that sex is tied to conception of children and not to divorce those things, and that children deserve to be conceived in a marriage between a man and a woman who receive the consequences of sex and are wanting to care for their children. And the rights of children have to be more respected than the will of adults. We have a lot of fighting. We're killing each other over the will of adults to do what they want instead of really living in the truth. And, you know, the prophet Amos said in today's first reading that if we don't live in the truth of who we are and what's been revealed to us, even by God, we're going to kill each other. And nobody's going to be able to escape the hatred and the violence. We'll destroy each other if we don't live in the truth. So the truth really matters, and we need great teachers. Not just bishops and priests, but in lots of different places in our culture. We need to be unafraid to speak the truth in love, while loving our enemies and our neighbors all the same, and trying to build a culture where every child is wanted and respected. And again, a culture where we are so focused on seeing ourselves and our children and seeing them as our future. You know, a society that doesn't see itself and its children doesn't have a future. And so we need to have this conversion, and it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of prayers and dedication to loving our neighbors. So let's be up to the task and not be afraid to live in the truth and be great teachers. God bless.